I'm doing some prepping for the week and I thought I'd bring you along on this adventure of mine. Today, I'm thinking breakfast. Usually a couple of eggs in the morning, scrambled with a coffee, that'll do me. But I feel myself having hunger this week, so I'm going to be proactive and make some breakfast sandwiches. Very customizable. This week I'm going for a bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel. Has to be an everything bagel. They are the superior bagel. Before I actually assemble everything, I have to get my components together. So I'm making the bacon right now. It's in the oven, cooking away. I can hear it sizzling, saying, "Eat me." And I will. And I've got to get my eggs together. Now, some numbers. I have 5 bagels, and I think a good ratio, 1.5 pieces of bacon per sandwich, and I also think 1.5 eggs per sandwich is the sweet spot. I'm going scrambled this time. If you want to go fried, go for it. You know, put as many eggs as you want. I don't care. 1.5 pieces of bacon, 1.5 eggs per sandwich, 1 piece of cheese, you're golden. So, because I know math, I know numbers. It's 7.5. We'll do 8 and 8. I'm going to finish up the bacon, get the eggs going, get my cheese ready, get my sheet tray ready for the bagels, get my sheet tray ready with the bagels, and then we'll be on our way. Also, I want sauce. Oven's ready. I'm gonna make a burger sauce because I think it really tastes good with all the stuff. So I'll make that too. So now we can get going. Bagel time. Just separate them. Just going to put the bottoms down on a sheet tray. Put the tops over to the side for now. I'm gonna toast these off in the oven slightly. I really don't want them to be toasted crunchy, just a little toasty. All right, these are prepped for the oven. Now I'm going to make the sauce. Mayo, ketchup, the yellow mustard, some onion powder, garlic powder, a little pickle juice, some salt, pepper, and you've got your sauce. Set this to the side. And if you make too much, don't worry about it. I use this stuff on everything. Bacon's done. Look at this amazing bacon. Oh, it's gonna be so crispy and delicious. And it was done in the oven. No mess on my stove. Now that my bacon is out, I'm gonna pop these in the oven just for a few minutes. Watch them. You don't want them to burn or crisp up too much. You just want a really light crisp on these. And now for the eggs. I'm using large eggs and I'm using 8 of them, like I said earlier. So if you are using medium or smaller eggs, you might want to adjust. You know what's not fun? Cleaning up eggs off the floor. Not that I've had experience with that or anything, but you know. Salt, pepper. Give her a whisk. Just took my bagels out. See, they have like a slight little toast on them. There's no color. It's just a little crispy, like they've been left out for too long. That's all you want. I'm just gonna put these to the side. I've got a skillet over here on the stove on medium-low heat with a hunk of butter. It might look like a lot of butter, and it is, but there's a lot of eggs there. And you should really only be cooking eggs with butter. If you use oil or like a spray, it's just wrong. Plus this tastes way better. Don't you want your food to taste good? I'm gonna let these sit for just a second until they start to kind of cook a little bit on the edges. You can see they're starting to cook a little bit on the bottom. They're starting to curd up a little bit. So I'm just gonna gently move them. I like bigger curds in my eggs. So I'm gonna keep them as large as possible without breaking them up too much. What is it? What? you don't want them to go much longer than this. You want them nice and creamy. And we're good. Now these eggs are done and we can assemble. I have my sandwich station good to go. I have my bagel bottoms, egg, bacon, which is unbelievably delicious looking. That is how your bacon should be. Oh no, an end fell off. I've got my cheese. I'm just using some Colby Jack. I find this melts really nice and it has a really yummy flavor. And I have my sauce. Put the sauce on the bottom. Nice little helping of it. Give this a little spread around. Then I am going egg. Just move them around until you find the right ratio for each one. Just using my hands. This is also really nice. Why it's a larger curd. It's so much easier to kind of place the eggs on the sandwich. I'm going to have just enough egg. So really, I guess maybe 8 is that special number. Next is the bacon. I like to put the cheese on top of the bacon so it kind of melts over it and then it kind of engulfs it so it doesn't really move, especially if you want to cut these. And the cheese. I'm gonna pop these back in the oven so that the cheese melts, everything get all acquainted with each other. While those are in the oven, I have my tops here and I like to just kind of hit these a little bit with some sauce too. Never have too much sauce. Get lost in the sauce. Ho, ho, ho. Look at that. Everything is all melty. I want to get the tops on right away so it all kind of sticks together. Give it a little push. If you wanted to even, you could actually put the tops on, stick them back in the oven just for a couple more minutes to toast up the top a little bit, but I don't do that all the time. Right now, I'm not feeling it, so here that is, and we have our finished product. Now that these are out of the oven, I am going to let them cool completely. After that, I'm going to tightly wrap them in some plastic wrap, pop them in the fridge. When I want to have one in the morning, I can just simply take it out of the fridge, unwrap it, pop it in the microwave for like 1, maybe 2 minutes, and it is perfect. It's like you just made it. Even on the 5th day, it tastes great, but you should definitely make these. There's the breakfast sandwich, pre-made, prepped for the week, and now I don't have to worry about breakfast, and that is so exciting. Look at these. Enjoy.